Welcome to section 6.3, using break and continue statements. You've already learned how loops work. Now let's level it up by controlling exactly how they behave. You'll learn how to exit early, skip steps, and write cleaner and clearer code. By the end of this lesson, you'll know how to use the break statement to exit a loop, use the continue statement to skip specific iterations, and explain why loop comments are a big deal for making your code readable. Let's go back to our mission to Saturn's rings. Imagine your spaceship is cruising along, snapping photos, and suddenly the robotic arm or camera breaks. How would you stop the loop of snapshots in code? Usually, a loop only ends when its condition becomes false. But sometimes it's wasteful to keep looping when you already know it's time to stop, like when the hardware fails. That's where break comes in. So here is the deal. Java gives us two special loop control statements: break, to exit the loop immediately; continue, to skip the rest of the current iteration. Let's look at both. The break statement ends the loop instantly, even if the loop condition still allows for more iterations. After break runs, control jumps to the line after the loop. Here is what it looks like. Once break hits, the rest of the loop body is ignored and the execution continues after the loop. In the code example, although the loop is declared to run 10 times, the break statement exits the loop after only 4 iterations. The last value of I is output to the console after the loop is terminated. The output, just 0, 1, 2, and 3. The loop ends early when I is 4. Now let's use break in a for loop. Say you are accepting 10 user inputs. If the user enters a special value like 999, you want to stop reading and skip the rest of the loop, no matter how many iterations are left. Here is that code in action. Type 999 at any point and the loop exits. Assume that there are methods available as follows: is camera broken? Returns true or false. Camera snap, takes a picture. Ship rotate, the spaceship rotates around Saturn. In this example, if the camera is broken, the remaining statements within the while loop are skipped, and the control goes to the statement outside the while loop. That is, the spaceship continues to rotate around Saturn. In exercise 1, open computesum.java. You'll modify it so the user can enter up to 10 numbers. If they enter 0, the program stops early and prints the sum so far. Simple logic with a useful break. Now let's talk about another Saturn mission scenario. What if your loop should continue taking photos, but you want to skip taking any when visibility is 0? You don't want to stop the loop, just skip that step. That's what the continue statement is for. It says, skip the rest of this loop iteration and go back to the top. It's great when you want to skip some values but keep looping. The syntax is super simple. Continue, semicolon. When Java hits it, it skips the remaining code in the loop for that iteration and re-evaluates the loop condition. In a while loop, the skipped statements only run when continue doesn't trigger. Similarly, in a for loop, the skipped statements only run when continue doesn't trigger. In a for loop, it looks like this. The code prints 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, skipping 4. 0, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It skips 4. Let's try a practical challenge. Write a while loop to sum numbers from 1 to 99, but skip numbers that are multiples of 10 using continue. Here is that logic in code. All the 10s, the 20s, and 30s, and so on, gets skipped. The final output, the sum of 1 to 99, becomes 4,500. Assume that there are methods available as follows, like get visibility equals the number of miles of visibility from the spaceship to Saturn. Is camera broken? Returns true or false. Camera snap, takes a picture. Ship rotate, the spaceship rotates around the Saturn. In this example, if the visibility is 0, snapshots of Saturn's rings are not taken, control is transferred back to the condition, and the program continues to execute with the next iteration. These actions happen because you used the continue statement. In exercise 2, open counter char.java. It counts how many times the character W appears in a string, fix the syntax and logic, and get the program to output number of W is 3. In exercise 3, open breakContinue.java. Modify it with 2 conditions. If the number is even, use continue to skip it. If the counter reaches 7, use break to end the loop. Let's talk about something super underrated, loop comments. Adding comments to loops makes your code way easier to read and debug, especially when the logic gets a little tricky. Loop comments should explain what variables are doing, the purpose of the loop, how many times it runs, and what conditions affect control flow. Exercise 4, open divisors.java. This one finds all divisors of a number. Your job is to add comments to the loop that explain the loop's purpose, the logic of checking for divisibility, and how many iterations it performs. Modify the program in exercise 4 to include comments too. To wrap it all up, use break to exit a loop early, use continue to skip a specific iteration, and always document your loops clearly for your future self or teammates.